Hello Aquarius, and welcome to your astrology forecast for April 2025. I'm Sunshine Ross, and this is Awake Space at Château de Montcuquet, coming to you from the south of France. I hope you are doing well. If you would like to know more about what we do here at the Chateau, I've put links down below. And also do check out our tarot readings and quantum healing and meditation. So, Aquarius, you have a lot of things going on in your second house this month. And the second house is all about your finances. So things are moving along in that area of life. Finances, resources, the things that you own, the things that add value to you and your possessions, as well as your values itself. So what do you value in life? What for you is important? What do you stand for? All right. So there's a lot of conjunctions happening here. I'll probably put them up here on the screen with Venus and Mercury. And then there's conjunction of those with Saturn and the true node. Now this is an interesting type of energy. You've got the Mercury energy, which is bringing you new ideas, new ways of thinking, of planning things, of strategizing, and how you really want to take care of and grow your finances, your resources. How do I take care of my possession and the things that I own? And also like how you really value those things which are important and which are the things that you can let go of. You might be rethinking and evaluating which things to keep, which things to take away. You'll also be enjoying some abundance in this respect with the Venus energy there. And a lot of this is actually grace that's coming in for you from past lives because of the true node conjunction here. The true node is Ketu. Now with the Saturn energy here also conjuncting these planets, what's happening is that Saturn is giving you the discipline, it's giving you direction to do the hard work and to see things practically. Saturn makes things happen as well. You know, a lot of the other planets give us, for example, Venus gives us feeling of love and passion. Mars is the planet that gives us gumption and gives us action, but the bringer of results is really Saturn. Why? Because Saturn is focusing all of the essential energies and stripping away what is not essential and what is not needed. So think about how this is going to affect your second house. So while you are on the one hand thinking about what is important in terms of your resources and the things that you own, which are the ones that give you comfort and luxury and enjoyment. At the same time, Saturn is giving you the discipline to then be able to keep those things that you value and let go of the things that are not needed anymore. All right. With the Ketu aspect as well there, Ketu is also about letting go. So again, that aspect or side of things where we let go of the things that we no longer need. Now, first house, you've got Sun squared Pluto and Mars in opposition with Pluto. And so there's going to be a recalibration of frequencies here in terms of person and personality. And this is quite a major one, okay? So you're finding that certain things about yourself, your personality, is sort of clashing with the way that things are moving in the world. So things that were valued in the past, and things that were acceptable in the past might not be valuable or acceptable anymore. So for example, things just get old-fashioned nowadays. So you're going to be seeing some personal identity overhaul, or at least a rethinking, and there's some frequency changes there happening in terms of your personality and your identity, who you are in this world, and that's just obvious to advance yourself into the future that we're going into, you know, because we can't all stay the same. So simply this energy is making us move forward. So changes are afoot in terms of the personality there, and you might be seeing that certain aspects of you that are not working anymore are not going to be highlighted, and certain aspects that are needed, certain aspects of your personality that is needed for this time and this place will now shift into gear. Okay, 4th house of home, family, and roots. You've got the sun there, which will be squaring Mars, and then it squares Pluto. So much the same energy as well, so related to the personality. Okay, cut that. So as much as there is some shift happening in your personality and identity, that would also logically, and it's shown by the planets and the stars here, it's also affecting where you find peace and your home life and where you find nurturing. This is your home, your stable base. So the personality is not comfortable. There is some discomfort happening because now you're having to find new sources of inner peace and new sources of where you feel comfortable. Also, like your expectations and your needs at this time can also change in terms of like what you need to be happy and to feel cared for and to feel comfortable in this life. You know, it could be small changes, like just as an example, if you really needed, I used to need to be asleep by 10 p.m. And now I find that I can actually, otherwise, you know, the next day I would be super tired, but something has shifted and now I can work for longer hours. So it's something like that, or something like coffee was a thing for you that really made you, that helped you feel at home, and now coffee's not doing it anymore and you've shifted to tea. So there's something like this where you find comfort, where you find inner peace, is going to be something in the domestic life is going to shift. And that, all of these shifts is really just a reflection of how the global energies is shifting. So we are shifting with it as well. Now, the 6th house of work and resources. We've got good energies here. Mars trining Saturn, Venus trining Mars, and Mars trining the true node in Cancer. So lots of positive energy there. Things are moving forward. There's enjoyment here. There's positivity here. There's passion. There's love. So you're the good worker, and things are going to move along very swimmingly in terms of like the day-to-day grind, the day-to-day work that we need to do, the maintenance of life in general, the maintenance of everyday living. So smooth sailing in this aspect of life, but also new opportunities abounding, all right? That is being pulled in by the Mars and Venus. Now with the Saturn also trining there, Saturn is giving you the discipline and the fortitude, so you might find that this period you are more hardworking, you are really able to complete tasks much more. The 7th house, which is partnerships, collaborations, associations with other people in terms of long-term partnerships in business and love and life. We've got Mars here trining Neptune, Sun squaring Mars, and Mars in opposition with Pluto. So you're moving along with lots of action, but also in a very expansive way. So you are looking for more concrete action and concrete ways to move forward in a very expansive way, in a very unique way. So applying unique ideas and making those come into fruition in terms of the collaborations that you have. But what is happening is that sometimes what the ego wants with the squares here that I'm seeing is sometimes what your ego or the personality wants doesn't coincide with what is the greater theme of things and the greater energies and frequencies. So you might have to like really adjust and shift your own viewpoint, or perhaps just wait for a better timing for things in terms of collaborations. But there is that opportunity to be looking for ways to do things in a more unique way, in a more kind of like expansive way, or think of like expanding your mind, actions that are not the usual solutions to the problems, but more like unusual offerings and unusual solutions with the Neptune energy there. So thank you for staying all the way to the end. I really do appreciate it. Please write a comment below and tell me what is happening in your life. I would love to read about it. And please like and subscribe. Check out the tarot videos. See you next time. Much love. Ciao, ciao.